We're born ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Friday Night Magic tournament from Lost Legion Games and Comics in South Charleston, West Virginia. My name is Zachary Evans. I'm joined tonight, at least for the first round, Max Turner, who has the bye. Let's talk a little logistics here. We are going to bring you the next 5 rounds of Magic coverage from this. Well, I will talk about it briefly. From this standard event, Friday Night Magic style. There are 43 people in this room tonight. This is a personal best, as far as, well, not personal best. It's obviously not. Hold on just a second. I'm going out and talk to these guys here. You can tell.
Okay. Because see, last week we had 40 or 41, I believe, and now we've crested to 43. There's a lot of people. We have a lot of seating issues today, but thankfully we got it all figured out. I thankfully netted the first round bye, so I'm going to be here to talk to you guys for the next match length. So, do we know what they're playing?
Okay. So, we explained what's going on here.
About how we're in a chaotic mess of getting everybody seated?
Well, we've got some Warhammer players are here today, taking advantage of the holiday season to get in some free gaming. So it's always good to see not just Magic, but also other games.
They're probably here for the Sweet Black Friday deals, too.
There are some pretty significant Sweet Black Friday deals. I don't know if there's any way of people on the internet to take advantage of it, but I'll tell you this, if you're looking for Legacy or Standard Singles at 10% off, or sealed product, buy 3, get 1 free, you could probably get in touch with me and I'll see what we can do.
All sealed, buy 1, get 1 free, or buy 3?
Everything that's not...
A box?
No, there's a special deal for boxes.
So do I get 3 boxes for $95 and then a 4th one free?
No. That is not it. But anyway, we are 43 deep in here. We have a packed store. As I said, we do have some Warhammer guys and also some D&D players in the back. So it will be a little bit louder than normal. But like I said, that's an excellent problem to have. Bodies in the building mean healthy sales for the store.
The chat has mentioned the glare issue already.
Yeah, I'm going to have to try and sort that out. What's happened here, in order to accommodate 43 players, we've had to change the way that the store is, the way the tabling is situated. We've had to actually add some tables, and as a result, our setup is slightly different, and I was not aware of that until I came today, and obviously with the holiday, just got back from my grandma's, so so I did not have a lot of time to troubleshoot. I'm going to go out there and have them move that. It's right where the life counter is. That seems to be the only place where there is glare, but I'll be back real quick.
We'll get this sorted out, people, I promise. I mean, we're still going to keep their life totals, digitally as best as we can out the top by their names. The phone's just there for backup on top of it, but hopefully we can make the phone where everybody can see it too.
Does that work now?
No. He said move it to the top in the chat.
Yeah. Same.
There we go. I can read that. Hopefully, can everybody read this? Can they still see the phone life total?
We should be good now. If they can't see it now, then they're just blind as a bat.
All right, they can see it.
All right, so we'll talk a little bit more about what's going on in the greater gaming community here later. Oh, Sam, you lied to me. I put Sam under the camera explicitly because I thought he was playing one deck, and then he inadvertently lied to me. This isn't going to be nearly as fun as I had hoped.
Was he playing the one that you put up on Facebook?
He built up, I don't know if it was the same deck, but he was playing a Heartless, Burn at the Stake deck.
What was he playing now?
It's a Heartless summoning deck. So this isn't, in rounds 1 or 2, we like to try and get some of the more unique, casual homebrew decks in.
Yeah, just spotlight the fun stuff.
Sam was playing, he was not playing it earlier, but one of Brett Rose was actually playtesting with his Burn at the Stake deck earlier and was never losing. So I'm going to have to give Sam unrelenting grief because he's juked me here. He zigged when I thought he was zagging. But anyway, Jonathan on the left. Jonathan has won this FNM multiple times before. He won the last game day, and he is a green-white fan.
He's a very consistent player.
Yeah, every deck he plays has a plains in it. And
that's a nice turn 3 Thragtusk.
Yeah. This match might actually not last very long. If he was playing the Burn at the Stake deck, it would be a perfect matchup because Max mentioned we had a deck tech from one of our fans on Facebook submitted that, and we talked about it on our Facebook page, which we'll talk about later. But that one's pretty awesome. Makes tokens and cast rituals and cast a giant burn at the stake.
Oh yeah.
It's very good. And again, I apologize for the glare, and I also have forgotten to start the timer. But like I said, this is it's a holiday weekend, and things are different.
Excuse me. So is he holding up an angel? Nope. No.
He's going to Selesnya Charm his Thragtusk, trample over.
Is that a screeching bat?
Yes. Not exactly sure why specifically he's chosen that one.
Seems like he's very mana screwed at this point in time.
Mm-hmm. And that's Dark Imposter.
And he has Sun and Blooded, so he's just not drawing love.
No, I'm not sure how many lands are in Sam's deck. I feel like I'm being a jerk because I'm lambasting Sam for not playing the deck I thought he was playing. But I'm telling you, that Burn the Stake deck is super fun. I wanted him to play that.
He's playing the deck he wanted to play.
Oh, no, it's not that he's playing a deck that I don't approve of. First of all, it doesn't matter what I approve of. Second of all, I just thought there's just a miscommunication. Because one thing that does happen is when you have 43 people is you can find a couple of good feature matches early.
Oh yeah, there'll be lots of pairings.
Mm-hmm. It is a good problem to have when you have 43 people. It's a good problem to have when you struggle to find room for everyone in the store.
Oh yeah, but to clear it up, we're not like elbow to elbow suffocating each other either.
No.
We fit everybody in comfortably.
Mm-hmm. So while we were talking, we see Soren come down for Jonathan. He goes straight for the emblem. Sam expedites things by signing in blood himself.
For the second time.
And it doesn't matter. 2 lands, regardless of the deck, unless we're talking Legacy, and one of those lands is a
City of Traders.
City of Traders. Probably not going to get there, so Jonathan takes one. Like I said, tonight we'll figure things out here shortly. Max is so what are the things that are complicating this? Number one, there are 43 people here, so it's just a little bit more difficult to do things simply because of the mass of humanity. But like I said, if that's the problem that we have to face as a gaming store, then I'm thrilled by that. Number two, holiday weekend. So
there's a lot of foot traffic right now. There's a lot of people just browsing.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, obviously we've got some sales going on here at the store. Significant Black Friday sales that are available on Lost Legion's Facebook page. You can get more information from them at Lost Legion Games and Comics.
There's 4 stores.
Why don't we go ahead and segue into that? That's our weekly, right off the top, we want to thank Lost Legion Games and Comics, specifically here in South Charleston, but also they have 3 other locations in Princeton, Beckley, and Parkersburg, West Virginia. They are all West Virginia based and regional. So if you're ever in this area, convenient drive to like 2 to 3 hours from Pittsburgh.
Us, Parkersburg isn't very far from most places in Ohio.
Yeah, from Pittsburgh, Columbus, Cincinnati, Lexington, Blacksburg, Roanoke, you're looking at between 2 and 4 hours.
Roanoke and Blacksburg can hit Princeton pretty easy.
Yeah, depending on which store you're going to. But anyway, we appreciate them letting us hijack their FNM every week and stream it for you, our faithful viewers. 6:30 p.m. Eastern, give or take. I don't know if we've ever actually started at 6:30 p.m. Eastern in the history.
I know we've never started early.
But if you're watching live now, obviously twitch.tv/ZachSellsMagic is where you can see the action. If you're watching after the fact on YouTube, check us out on Twitch TV as you have availability. If you can't make your FNM, come watch ours. So, again, so the holiday break has caused people, lots of extra people here. Well, caused me to get here a little bit later, so I don't have. That's why we're fighting the glare. If you're just joining us, we do have more glare this week than we've had in the past, simply because the table's in a different spot. I had it dialed in pretty well there. Yeah. Over 13 weeks, I figured out exactly where to place my blockers to keep the.
We've been doing this for 13 weeks.
This is the 14th week.
We're getting up there.
It is fun to have a little show. But we appreciate everyone who's watching. It'll be interesting to see how many viewers we get tonight. We've got a solid 40 right now. Last week, Max, we broke a record.
Did we?
Round 2, which may have been the best round of Magic we've ever shown on the stream. If you want to go watch some good Magic, Brandon Hart's Esper Control versus Adam Vickers, the local legend, with Blue-White Flash. Some of the better games we've ever had on here. Round 2 of last week, that's available on YouTube, youtube.com/ZachSellsMagic. But at the end of that round, 170 people.
Wow.
Breaking our previous record of 140 people significantly.
Yeah.
So we appreciate everyone.
200 tonight.
I don't know if it's going to happen. It is the day after Thanksgiving. It's hard to gauge the interest because a lot of people will not be doing anything because it is Thanksgiving. They're either stuck at home or visiting family or, you know.
I mean, if I'm stuck in my family's, I'm booting my smartphone up and watching this thing on Twitch.
It is available. There is a Twitch app on both Android and iPhone as well?
Yeah.
Is there one on iPhone? I know there's one on Android.
I believe it's on iPhone too.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be silly of it not to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's silly that the Star City app isn't on Android.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky. I don't know why it is. I would probably invest my $5 if it was available, but it is not. So I no longer have that option.
I'm set till December 2013 on my premium.
Yeah, Max, who did, Max won. Well, you split, but you effectively won Star City Games Invitational Qualifier that we had about a month ago at CharCon, which is our local gaming convention here in Charleston. And as part of your spoils for winning that, you not only won some free months of Star City Premium, but you also gathered and hoarded all the other free months of premium from everyone else who was at the event.
I traded off my dice they gave out. And pretty much I was trading Magic cards for months because it was.
So you're set for a year, and as they've raised the prices, that's you got value out of it.
Yeah, and I'm going to another qualifier tomorrow.
We do have a cruise going tomorrow, so there were a lot of people here playtesting. I am commentating by myself after Max leaves as we see a Heartless Summoning start off game 2 from Sam. But because there's a good 10, 12 of you going to Roanoke tomorrow for a hike?
At least 2 or 3 cars worth.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, perfect start from Sam going summoning right on turn 2.
Not missing a drop either.
Meanwhile, Jonathan does not have an untapped green source. Casts a turn 2 Arbor Elf. Arbor Elf that does not make mana right now because of the Sun Pebble Grove and the Gabby Township.
Sam should take advantage of this and drop a fatty.
He's playing this card. This is his fun deck he's built.
Is it Bloodline?
It's a Bloodline Keeper.
So he's going to vamp it out.
I'll tell you what, Bloodline Keeper, I know it doesn't see a lot of play as we see Borderland Ranger come down. We'll obviously go get a forest, I'm assuming.
It gets out of hand.
The Bloodline Keeper is, the old control decks used to play a couple of them in the sideboard in the mirror because if you can't answer it immediately, it can get out of control. There's a lot more spot removal being played now than in the past. It's not necessarily good spot removal, but there's a lot of detention spheres and O-rings and stuff like that.
So there's charms, but you usually don't attack with that guy.
We got a comment in the chat that says that he's talked to Star City's customer service and they are working on an Android app.
I'll ask Blue Eyes tomorrow.
You talk to them.
Keep the door in.
Is that the Screech Inspector?
Shimmy Inspector? Oh my gosh! That's a first. I don't think we've seen that card cast on camera.
Oh, we have not, and I love it.
If you hit, you name a card and rip it out of their hand and deck and libraries like a cranial every time.
Yep, so he better hope he has a Thragtusk in his hand now to play, or he better hope to have a Restoration Angel to block it, because I imagine his Thragtusks are going away if that thing connects. Looking at Jonathan's hand, it looks like he's sideboarded in some. He's got Intangible Virtue, looks like he has a Knight of Glory, Lingering Soul, Selesnya Charm. So he's got a lot of gas. He's just going to need to figure out which direction he's going. He also has another Borderland Ranger.
Does Sam play removal?
Yes, he does.
He could just eat the Angel.
He's playing Ultimate Price, I think.
That's good. So he's going to play a...
Looks like Garrick. Nope, Lingering Souls.
Alright.
I'm not sure if he knows... There's a distinct possibility that Jonathan Wright does not know what Shimmy Inspector does. And he does not realize how...
nuts it is to hit him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's another good point in the chat, not to take away from this game, but did Sam make a token?
To chump with, it seemed.
Is it a 1? It's a 2/2 bad, isn't it?
It goes down to 1/1.
Oh, because of the Heartless, yeah.
Wouldn't you just eat the 2 there and like ramp up to flip your...
Yeah. Well, see, this is interesting from Sam's deck because like the Heartless Summoning does help you jam stuff out like the Desecration Demon he just played.
Yeah.
But like the Shimmy Inspector's not any good against Lingering Souls now because it's just a 1/1.
Good against control if it hits.
Mm-hmm. But someone was talking in a chat about how, Star City has been focusing on their new site redesign, which they recently launched last week. So
Looks alright.
that obviously is probably a much bigger priority for them than the Android app.
Does not help any to stand your guys out in the open.
Are you making fun, or at least making light of the
Warhammer that's a half an inch through the wall?
It is unfortunate because, like I said, I'm glad that the Warhammer guys are here because it's good to see multiple. I mean, we're Magic based, but the store makes a lot of money off other things, so we obviously want to see a healthy variety of games here at the store. But it is unfortunate because the way the shop is laid out, the broom closet directly abuts one of the gaming tables for the miniatures. Maybe we could get them in for guest commentary.
Ooh,
I do know that if you're within 2 inches of the person wielding the black mace, then you also get to re-roll your successful dice.
Yeah, that's good.
I have literally no idea what any of that means, but I do know that it is part of the rules.
You're one up on me because I don't know any rules, and I even used to play it.
I am not necessarily a miniatures kind of guy. I think it's clearly a very intricate game, but it just has not appealed to me necessarily.
Sam's getting his board state up.
He has 1 million creatures, but no way of... is he not attacking with his Desecration Demon? That is a Desecration Demon, correct?
It looks like it.
Why was he not attacking with it?
He still has to sack, doesn't he?
No, it's when he goes to anytime someone goes to combat, your opponent can sack a creature to tap it.
Oh, then why wouldn't he assume that? I got Sliznia charmed. The Shiving Spectre is not a vampire, is it?
No. I don't know what's going on with this deck right now.
I mean, are we sure it's not a vampire?
We can bring it up.
Is it just a spectre?
I don't, we can't, I'll do that between the break. I forgot to set up my card viewer, and doing that now would be the most convoluted thing possible. So we'll have to get the card viewer up in the break. Please remind me to do so.
I will.
So, tapping out for a, oh my, Collective Blessing.
Man, that's such a beast of a card that gets very little play.
And again, I apologize for the glare. I will try my best to sort that out throughout the night, or at least by next week when I have a little more time to work on it.
Cliff Markham bringing the trashy WoW references in.
I don't know what that means either. But
it's a WoW rating reference that means you pretty much said you suck.
Well, I can't argue with the truth. Sam lining up blocks here, none of which are favorable. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. There's no way that Sam can win this game from here.
Why did he kill the smallest one?
What?
He ultimate price Star Rail as opposed to one of the 5/5.
I don't know. I do not know. He does play Mutilate.
So I was going to ask you if he played any board
That is a good point. He does play Mutilate, so if he mutilates here, it will clear the board, right?
Yeah, he's got
How about
5.
that? That should do it. I stand corrected, Max. And here I was, 1 foot out the door, go look for another game 2 or 3. Well, I can guarantee you we can get at least a game 2 or game 3 on here because there are multiple copies of that Bant control deck in the room tonight, and that deck is not finishing anything quickly.
I'm just teasing about the WoW hate, people in the chat. I played WoW for a long time.
Max, don't come in here on your buy and start alienating our... and that particular gentleman is watching all the way from Australia.
I quit WoW on the last expansion. I have no desire to be a
Stream regular and chat participant Descent 101. Watching for the 3rd week in a row from Australia.
I'm just a big jerk.
You are a jerk. You know who else is a jerk? Garrick Relentless. He comes down, makes a woof.
Do you stub your woof?
Is that an what is that? Essence Drain? Oh no, yeah, he gains... I wish I had the card viewer up, because this is such a poor form by not having the card viewer up during the match where Sam is going to be playing the creatures that are... or playing cards that no one knows what they do. So that card, I think, is Essence Harvest. He gains life, and Jonathan loses life equal to the power of the biggest creature.
It's a nice 5-point swing. It's only 3 mana, too, isn't it?
Oh, I would love to see Sam come back here and win this.
He's still a Collective Blessing and a Lingering Souls tokens and a woof.
So now his tokens get +4/+4 and are vigilant. So he has 15 power on board.
He could trade with one.
Mm-hmm.
The Wolf's like a 6.
6/6.
Trade with one of those? I mean, that deck just picks. He also has a township active.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. But what's he going to do? If he doesn't block, he dies. His Mutilate's not good now, right?
It's true. Because they are huge.
How did Sam go up to 15?
Did they gain too much for the...
Oh, maybe he... I have no idea what's going on. But I assume that they understand what's going on because they're in the game. It doesn't seem to matter because that handshake usually indicates the concession. So congratulations to one Jonathan Wright, who moves 1-0 on the night. This 5-round standard FNM. Max, I'm going to take a brief break here. You can feel free to chit-chat with everyone. Maybe talk about how they can get in touch with us. Extol the virtues of all of our social media while I try to go find people, another feature.
You're a social media mogul.
I am.
You can get at us at YouTube under Zach Sells Magic, Twitter under Zach Sells Magic, Facebook Zach Sells Magic, and if you're already here on Twitch, obviously you know it is Zach Sells Magic. I can try to get the card viewer up. I'm not 100% sure how he wants me to do that, so I don't want to mess it up and get punched when he gets back. I do not believe that Brandon Gibbs is here, but the living legend Adam Vickers is here, as Chad has asked me. And hello, I'm not sure who the Kings of NC are. I can take a punch. I'm 6'4" and played college football, but if you haven't seen Zach Evans' beard, he hides all his power in it, and he'll probably punch a hole through me. Oh, Tom. Oh, Tom. I can't take the hit. Have you seen Zach's beard? My word. Anyway, please get at us on Twitter. You can join in on the weekly giveaways. Facebook, we have weekly giveaways. And it's real simple to get into. You can watch us. Like us, share us, follow him on Twitter. You can be our friends on Facebook. You can be friends with the Zach Sells Magic Productions. You can be friends with all of us that are friends with it. Adam Vickers, myself, Zach Evans. There's all the people you see on camera. Jonathan Wright, Sam Hanna, also all on Facebook. So it would be absolutely great, to have everybody on there. We've had some people post deck lists on our Facebook page asking us to review it and go over it. So we've been picking through a standard Storm deck. We have lots of random conversations on there. We plot to go on trips. You can say, we might all pile in and go to a local GP in Charlotte or Columbus or Pittsburgh, and you can come meet us, or we can all do something, or go to, I don't know, punch each other. It'll be fun. I'm going to play 4-color control tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. It's a hot mess out there.
Is it?
Well, because everyone is done, or they're all in their game 2 or 3.
I need to get the card viewer up.
Are you done with this?
Yeah, I went through it pretty good. Talked about some giveaways. And
did you tell them, as I switched to the studio cam, did you tell them that I will respond to literally all of your electronic correspondence? If you send me something, there are people should know this. Are we getting trolled? Huh?
We'll play the other deck one if you want.
No, it's no big deal. Don't worry about it, Sam.
Alright.
So, Sam Hanna apologizing because I told him I thought he was playing Burnt the Steak. He does not owe me that apology.
And yes, Tom, it is in the chat. It is the deck I posted on Facebook earlier.
Are you talking about your 4-color control?
I was asked what I was playing, and it is the 4-color control that I put up on Facebook.
So here's the deal.
You need to get your card viewer up.
I do need to get that up, but again, it will take some time to get that up, and it will look very awkward on the stream. We have like 25 minutes to go. There are some people out there embroiled, battling hard, but no one conveniently at a game break state. There's a couple people that I thought were good to go, but then they ended 2-0 instead of 1-1. So there are a couple control decks that are still grinding their game 2s. The local legend, in fact, Adam Vickers, was at a good game state to move into game 2 and slide on the camera. Unfortunately, he was at the least convenient table at which to try, and he will have to crawl over about 4 other games to try and get out. So it looks like you may just have to deal with Max and myself talking briefly. So let's talk about, first of all, for those of you who are interested, I'm not sure if it runs through the weekend, but if you are local, I've mentioned it on Facebook before, facebook.com/ZachSellsMagic, or if you just go to ZachSellsMagic.com, it will redirect you. But Black Friday deals here at Lost Legion. Obviously, support your local game store at best you can. That's another thing I want to talk about. Here's just a good, obviously I have no, people asked in the past, I have no affiliation with the store. I'm just a weird guy with a beard and a webcam, and they let me come in here and do this. But here's one thing, so I don't benefit financially from the store.
Correct.
But I do benefit from the fact that this store exists, and then I can come here and hang out and play imaginary wizard fights, which is very important, it seems, for my 32-year-old lifestyle. But one thing that you need to try to do if you can is support your local stores. If you are considering, we actually had to talk about this on the Facebook page.
I saw that with Mr. Pectyo.
Yeah, so it's not to find fault. There's obviously, the internet is a great marketplace, and you can always find things there that you can't necessarily find locally. I run into that problem all the time with some specific EDH or legacy cards. But if you are looking for something, if you want to buy something, if it's standard, if it's legacy, if it's EDH, if it's sealed product, if it's some specialty thing, even if it's non-magic related, and you are thinking about ordering it online, before you do that, go to your LGS, talk to the manager, and see if they can work out a deal for you.
Because here at our shop, if they have something they don't have it in stock, you can order it and get 10% off automatically.
You do get 10% off pre-orders, and it's just like, there's great deals online, but I guarantee you that your local game store, within reason, would probably be willing to match, or at least to consider matching, or to try and work some other kind of deal with you. So that's my unsolicited piece of wisdom today, to support your local game store. Before you order online, think about talking to your local shop manager and see if they can hook you up with a comparable deal.
And to back that up, if you don't support your local game store, where are you going to play these fantastic games that you buy online?
You're exactly right. And all joking aside, it's a very legitimate thing that happens. I've seen tons of local game stores. How many stores have there been? Who's trolling us?
Garrett.
How many local game stores have there been in Charleston since you've been playing that have closed or aren't around anymore?
The first game we played at was technically a sports memorabilia store that read Magic out of the back.
And also, didn't you tell me at one point that you did spend a fair amount of time playing FNMs at Hardee's?
Yes, my very first Magic tournaments were at the Hardee's down the street from here. They had a banquet room, and we played every Friday night there.
You game where you can game. But all joking aside, stores close because they don't get support. It's one thing to fill the store with people, but if nobody's actually spending money at the store, if you're not buying and supporting like that. I mean, you look at FNM events like this, I can speak pretty broadly. I'd say that less than 20% of stores in the U.S. make money off FNMs. This store doesn't make money. They break even, basically. It's a way to improve a community, gets people in the door and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's a season of giving. We're giving thanks for all the great things we have. I'm obviously very thankful to have a store like Lost Legion.
Speaking of which, what are you giving away today?
Today's giveaways we'll be drawing for we have 2 weekly giveaways, one on Twitter, one on Facebook. I've been getting a lot of heat recently from the Facebook community, upset that the Twitter giveaway is only Twitter based. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. Twitter is free. You can.
Yeah,
I love
the people
who
have a phone that runs it, but I made a Twitter account to do on my computer.
I love how people are like, I don't have a Twitter. Well, do you have an internet? Because if you have an internet and you have 5 minutes,
on Facebook, you have internet.
But so we might be mixing it up tonight. But every week we give away on Twitter and we give away on Facebook promotional cards. On Twitter it has been our signature giveaway, rock, paper, scissors card from Unglued. You may have seen that's how we started our feature match. That's how we start all of our feature matches. I would say a fair number of people here at the store carry those in their deck box with them. It is a kind of thing that we... That's our calling card.
Does the world end when you run out of rock, paper, scissors?
Well, this is the last week. I have to reload. So... no, it won't. I hope it doesn't. I don't know. It's close to December 12th.
Star City, well, I'm down there.
Close to December 12th, so it might. But and then also on Facebook, we gave away a play set of promo Restoration Angels over the last month.
Those are very nice to give away.
I gave away the last one of those last week. And this week we'll be drawing for 2 copies of Cathedral of War, the promo for that as well.
Those are pretty foils.
And they are playable. I played in EDH. It's playable in...
it's a very good casual card.
Yes. It was played to a certain extent in Infect decks. I know it's played in Standard. Is it as good as Restoration Angel? No. Is it free to you? Absolutely it is. So if you like to win stuff, stay tuned. I usually do the Twitter giveaway at the end of the 2nd round and the Facebook giveaway at the end of the 3rd round. How to get in touch with them on Facebook, you mentioned it. Facebook.com/ZachSellsMagic, or if you just go to ZachSellsMagic.com, it will redirect you as we are joined by Garrett. Do you know, Garrett, is there anybody out there who is close to switching games? This is a completely, I understand this is a completely unfair question I was asking.
He was scoping the whole time.
I was secretly trying to run Garrett out of here. No, I wasn't, but...
I talked about how they could come on our Facebook and like your page, the Zach Sells Magic Productions.
So here's what we do. Here's what I do. Make a point to do. Facebook is the best way of communicating, I find out. So most of our content, everything is driven there. I post something to Facebook every day. Usually multiple things a day. If you want to get in touch with me, if you have feedback about the stream, I love to hear it, positive or negative. I do not care. We obviously do this for fun, but you guys are the viewers, so we will cater to your wants and desires. But if you get in touch with me there, or if you go and check out our site, there's a lot of information about I do a recap after every week. There's just a post that just says, here's all the things we talked about. So if we mention something, a website or a link or something like that, it'll be in there. But all information about all of our giveaways, all the different ways to contact us, ways to go check out our YouTube videos, and things like that. And you can just generally discuss things. We've had some pretty rousing discussions about new products that are releases. Spoiler season's coming up. We'll obviously be talking about that a lot. But we just had yesterday one of our viewers send in their deck that they were trying out. They've been running at FNM.
Jordan and Benjamin are moving over.
Jordan and Benjamin?
Yes.
I don't know who Benjamin is.
Benjamin Gum, yes. Yep, that's Dan Gum's brother.
Okay.
They're old school players.
Are they 1-1?
No, they're going to game 2.
Okay, do you know who won?
Nope.
Okay, we'll have to figure that out.
Whoever gets to play first, whoever plays first, that'll be who lost.
So, but anyway, to summarize this, as we're joined by Garrett Meadows, to summarize this brief studio piece,
I apologize for that. Right?
Support your local game store. Don't order online until you check with them to see if they can help you out. And go to Facebook and communicate with us. Scotty Wright.
I need my body back.
I don't know what that is. We're gonna have to put the kibosh on this being everyone's communal closet. We got 43 people in here. We can't handle it.
You know what?
Did you win?
I did.
Okay. All right, let's switch back to the feature cam.
This is like a sitcom where the one special character hops in every like 5 seconds, like, and the audience cheers.
Oh, I might inadvertently have the card viewer up.
Oh, look at that. You thought you were slacking.
I was slacking. I just forgot to delete it from last week, so I kind of lived the dream. So tell me who we've got playing here on the right. Jordan Pectyo. You should know him. He commentated last week. He's been on the stream about 1 billion times. What's he playing? Super
Control
Friends?
deck. Yeah, I think he's playing a very...
I'm going to call it Super
Super
Friends.
Friends.
Do you know what was the other gentleman's name?
But Chandra's,
Do
basically.
you know what the other gentleman's name is?
Benjamin Gum.
Benjamin Gum. 2 M's?
Nope.
One, I believe.
I like it. Do you know what he's playing?
Yeah.
All right. We will live and learn. Now, do we know who...
We'll find out whoever plays first, I assume, will be the one that lost.
Mm-hmm. And I hope that Jordan recognizes that we need him to take care of the life total.
Because I'm not getting back up.
No, nobody else is getting
This
in.
is like a really low temperature room.
It's very cold back here, but it is a cold time of year. Okay, so I see an Olivia. I see... Oh, I like everything that I'm seeing so far. I see a Tamio. I see a Kieran. Is this a Grixis control list? Ooh. This looks to be very good. So I am not familiar with Benjamin Gum.
Bolus on bolus action?
I hope.
Him and his brother have played around here off and on. I don't think his brother lives here.
Mm-hmm.
Or he doesn't live here. His brother does live here.
Okay.
He's also in the tournament tonight.
Oh, are they from...
He's there, killer. Max, she beat him. For you.
Poor Flash.
Sorry, Zach Sells Magic.
That's not my name. That's my very poor branding that I'm stuck with for life. So...
You put a Z on the end of it. Magic.
Put ones on both sides.
I'm going to tell you guys right
Cash
now.
money.
I'm going to tell you right now in the room. I'm going to tell everybody who's on the stream. I came here tonight because I don't like to miss a week, because we had 170 people last week, for God's sakes. I had 400 people visit our Facebook page just for the giveaway last week. I mean, they didn't all enter, but I mean, you can see how many people visit the page.
I see what Christmas is.
So, but what I'm saying is that I've been up at like the Ass Crack of Dawn the last 2 days to go to various Thanksgiving events out of state.
Oh, that sounds tough.
Well, when all you do is plow through like massive quantities of turkey, tryptophan-laden turkey.
First world problems.
I agree. But what I'm trying to say is, just don't expect any high level of content out of me today, because I was about ready to fall asleep before the tournament even started, and we've got 4.5 rounds to go, plus a top 8.
At least it's not 5.5 rounds yet.
Yes, you are correct.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a reason why we're not running 6 rounds? Because
yeah, I can give you a perfectly good reason why we're not running 6 rounds. It takes for friggin' ever. We actually had people. I want to tell you this right now. We had 4 people leave tonight because they thought it was going to take too long and they didn't want to stay. So we could have had 47 tonight.
I might go 2-0 drop.
2-0 drop, just like a boss. So I'm very excited about this. I'm also very interested to see if these guys
I just hope they get to turn 5 before time runs out.
I don't know what they're doing. But let's talk about this. Let's see if I can bring this up. Let me see if I can sort out the card viewer. Gentlemen, why don't you talk about something Magic related? Let's talk about this. Potential. Have you guys purchased anything from the store as part of the Black Friday deals? Garrett, talk about some of the great deals that you've gotten from the store today.
Well, they do have the buy 3 get 1 free, which I forgone that.
What was it? Buy 3 get 1 free.
I went instead for the 10%. You're not putting that back in here.
There's no room. You can put it the other side if you want.
You should frame me on a deck box.
10% off everything else in the store. So pick me up. Pick me up at your Scotty. A couple.
Yeah, 10% off. 10% off Magic singles. 10% off. Basically everything. The store. 10% off the store.
Except for the employees, they're not 10%.
Yes, you can't. Yeah, full price on JB's and Anthony also Brooks. Boxes. There's a special on boxes too, isn't there?
$95.
$95 gets you a box of Return to Ravnica, and that basically pays for itself with all the money that's in there. And then also they are doing the buy 3 get 1 free on everything but Magic singles. And if you don't want, and they even run the deal that if you don't want to buy 3, you can just get 10% off everything. So
my deal today, I walked past JB Roberts. He told me I dropped my card.
Max now showing me. I'm going to switch to the other camera to show you the card that shop manager JB Roberts accused Max of having dropped, which of course is it's tough to make out there. But that card is from Unglued, and that says sex appeal. So sexy beast.
Max, you can't be dropping your sex appeal.
I know, I got to pick it back up.
Just wherever you want to.
These gentlemen taking the month of Sundays to get this game going here.
They've been shoving for at least 5 minutes since sideboarding.
Yeah.
Friend me on here so you can pull my deck up later.
Okay.
I'm splitting
just want to make sure that they know that they can.
How do I do it? What is your...
It's supposed to be Maximus 87.
I will look into it a little bit later here. We can talk about your thing. I do not know. Do you know who won the first game?
Because I ask these very important questions.
We'll figure it out like Max says.
Send me a list.
Whoever goes first.
Like, whenever I go to the grocery store.
Shoddy production value out of Garrett. Looks like Benjamin Gum won first. So Ben is up 1-0 with what appears to be a Grixis control deck. He's playing against Jordan Pectyo, who's playing 4-color Super Friends.
So, odds are Benjamin will win the match.
I think he actually has red in his deck. He just does not have Chandras.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. As I'll bring up the. We've been neglecting the chat here, so I hope no one has been. You check it out. Yeah, Jordan getting some love in the chat for his Mega Man shirt. Jordan does not wear a normal shirt. All of his shirts have pop culture references on it. He is very good for that.
Like a boss.
Yeah, so I think Jordan is playing 4 colors. He's playing green. He's playing Esper and green, and he has red in it too. You say for removal?
I guess.
We're not exactly sure what the overall list is of Jordan.
I think his base is Esper though.
His base is Esper, but I know he's running Garrick Relentless. I think. End of turn. Think twice.
You know what the ladies call me?
What did the ladies call you, Garrett?
Garrett Relentless.
I actually talked to every lady in existence, and they said you're lying. They said they don't call you that.
Can we get a Garrett Relentless t-shirts?
I'm Garrett Primal Hunter.
What does he look like? What's the picture of Garrett Relentless?
He's just standing there all stoic.
Let's go get you posed and have a Garrett Relentless t-shirts, and we'll sell them on the stream. Right next to the Adam Vickers
on my back,
shirts.
it can say Garrett Baptist.
Flashing back the think twice.
You're like,
Are we playing Magic again?
settling firmly into a draw-go battle, but this is
This favors Benjamin, because he gets the
I don't think
101
Jordan's
win.
deck can win very fast. I think his primary win condition is soaring tokens with no intangible virtue.
Are you kidding me?
Uh,
or are we just joking?
No,
about
I
it?
am not. Yeah, his
very
win
grindy.
condition is
You can bonus off of it.
very many planeswalkers on the field with sweepers.
So we see a Jace resolve. Syncopate, ultimate price, and dissipate are the choices.
That's a rough one.
Well, you're going to get a counterspell either way. Dissipate's the better card, I think. And Jordan agrees. And Gum. I mean, his name is Benjamin. I should call him Benjamin. But he agrees and picks it. But
Gum's chewing him up out there.
but he is tapped out here. So Jordan's going to dig with an alchemy. He's going to have access to 6 mana and a tapped out opponent. What is he trying to resolve on 6?
Pectyo?
We saw a Swamp. Was that a Lee of Sky Knight? He loves that card, Lee of Sky Knight.
It's non-land permanent, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have Sky Knight, not a creature like a martial law, so he can detain the Jace if he needs to.
And then possibly just kill it on his turn.
Yeah. So he's going to detain the Lighthouse?
Yeah.
It is target permanent, I guess.
That was so good.
It is target permanent.
Okay.
It is a Frost Titan.
Pectyo coming down.
But it's not a Frost Titan.
It's equivalent. It's dead, so it doesn't matter
It's an
what it
ultimate
was.
price. Was that an ultimate price on a Leo Sky Knight?
No, that was a Dreadbore on a Tameo. That was everything you said was wrong.
Okay, I'm going to stand up.
No, I'm just kidding. This is not. Yes, you're right. The Broom Closet is not fixed to be. Did he give him a Slaughter Games and was there 2 lands in there?
Anything but Jace. Because we've had enough Jaces.
Get who dislike this. Are you getting trolled right now?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, troll.
I'm going to go dislike that video. Be right back.
I need to go. We need to make sure that I think the life totals are wrong because I think there were some shock lands. I don't think Jordan is keeping track of the life total.
I just don't think this game's going to end in 6.5 minutes.
Dude.
The boss in this game is the clock.
Of course, Jordan's playing for the draw because he's already down a game. Like, you're not going to win.
He needs to win. He's playing.
Jordan-
He has to win this one.
Jordan, part of the contingent that is going to the Star City Games Invitational Qualifier tomorrow in Roanoke, I believe this is the deck he's been put together for that, so he needs to get used to playing these long, grindy games. That's why I played Charbelcher on Wednesday at the Legacy Tournament, so I could just be done in 5 minutes and then get a snack.
It's faster than Affinity.
Yeah. At least in the 2 games that count, right? Max and I met in the finals of our Wednesday Night Legacy event, and although we did chop, we did play it out for fun, and I crushed you in 2 games, and then we played 3 more games. And
2 games that lasted 3 turns.
Yes, I beat you on turn 1 and turn 2, and then in all the other games that we played, literally all the other games you won. So what's he going to name here in Slaughter Games? And I do apologize for the glare. Like I said, we do have a new setup this week because of the number of players we've been getting the last few weeks. We had to add some tables, and this is a new location for us, and it is...
You were asked how your Charbelcher played, I believe.
I went 8-0. I went 4-0, 8-0, so it went pretty well. I can't complain.
Slaughter Geeks fails to find, obviously.
Oh my
Really?
goodness.
He might have named...
Nicole Bolas? Was there Bolas in there?
There was nothing in his hand.
Well, I mean, you obviously... so he clearly is bringing in Slaughter Games for something, and then Jordan has conveniently cited it out, it seems like.
Right.
I mean, Slaughter Games...
Cameo was probably the name card.
And he only plays one of those? Or at least in his sideboard game, he only has one of those.
Doesn't seem like a good card against that control deck.
Tameo? You can ultimate them.
That's the only reason I beat Hart one
I
week.
mean, I'm aware of all of Tammy's abilities, but her
You
plus
know,
1 and
are
her
you-
minus 2.
Garrett, are you telling me that you understand that an ability which lets you never have to discard a card is pretty good? Is that what you're telling me? You're telling me that the Tameo's emblem is good?
I'm giving you the Michael Jacob quote, which is, I know what the card does, but what does it do?
All right.
Yeah?
Can't say you turn it sideways.
So we have 8 mana. We are in Bolus range from the Grixis deck.
I mean, it could be a Rashad report. Tap down there.
Is Jordan sitting on an elixir?
It's like
Yeah, he played that very early. We're flashing back.
slaughter games.
Yep.
Maybe the detention sphere since it's set off to the side.
Seems like a good thing to remove from the game.
Well, if he removes the boluses with one, removes the detention spheres with the other, there's really nothing.
No, there was a Tameo in there.
He must have named bolus with the other one then, because he's clearing the way for his own bolus, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Seems like a solid play. Well, despite the first match ending relatively quickly, the second game has proved to be pretty darn entertaining.
The first game ended after 25 minutes.
But it took him 15 minutes to sideboard. So, here we are.
Flashing back in a Forbidden Alchemy. Trying to find any sort of business.
It's very doable.
I do like the fact that Jordan's playing a singleton O-ring, which seems very important in the control mirrors to be able to O-ring a D-sphere.
It's a must right now, I believe.
We're 2.5 minutes ahead because that is time.
Yeah, we're going to see this one go to turns.
Do we have the extension in here?
They could have gotten an extension, but to be perfectly honest, they don't need the extension they need the extension because it took them 10 minutes to sideboard. So
So he's saying it is.
Sphinx's revelation for all of those.
Leaves the planes up? Is that correct? Surely there's a lane into that planes.
He's got syncopates, why? He's got 2 mana up. He's trying to...
He's playing around Syncopate from Ben because he knows that he had that off the Jace dig.
That's why I don't do Magic the Gathering. You have to remember stuff like that.
That's why you don't do Magic the Gathering. I don't always do Magic the Gathering, but when I do, I screw up basic interactions with Jace.
I screw up remembering.
In a game of partial information, you forget the part that you know.
This is turn
Panic
1.
scan. Panic scan probe somebody. Just draw
Don't
a card.
write it down.
Don't even let them show you their hand.
So we see a Cremate, a Dispel, and a Dragon Skull Summit. He picks the 2-card pile. I need to desperately try to figure out a way of combating the glare.
Stasis. So many of the chats of this match makes them want to play Stasis.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are on turn 2.
We are on turn 2 of turns. It really doesn't matter.
I haven't finished turn 1 yet. Just got hit with a Snapcaster. Alright, now we're on turn 2.
Unless Jordan plans on chaining High Tides and Time Sparrows together to Blue Sun.
He could just be like 10U. He plays Rakdos Return or maybe your Devil's Play.
Mm-hmm. All those things are things that could happen.
In a magical Christmas land.
None of them, however, will.
Soren,
the Lord of Innistrad, makes an appearance.
Sorry I'm late, guys.
Dissipates.
He got caught in traffic.
Negates the dispel that was just drawn. Can Jordan force it back again? No. It's like we're playing Legacy. I do have to approve of Jordan's mechanics there as he remembers that the Soren is in fact removed from game because of Dissipate Resolved, which is not something that most people remember.
No Codex Shredder.
And I promise, for those of you who watched last week or watched on YouTube, I promise, if anybody tries to Cyclonic Rift their own permanent this week,
We'll put a stop.
I'm going to have 19 people out there raising hell.
Baseball bats.
And there's bullets. The game is over.
It's turn 3.
Bolus, destroy the Oblivion Ring, get whatever this card.
Jace.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's
Nothing
saucy.
matters.
You need 3 turns to Ultimate Bolus, right? 2 activations and then the
It will
Ultimate.
not be ultimate.
I thought Bolus wasn't ultimate.
Technically, he is a game ender.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Jordan he has no detention spheres left. He only plays 1 O-ring.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like it just got destroyed. He needs to find his Codex Shredder now.
Yeah, with access to Dreadbores and Slaughter games, it seems like the Grixis deck is super favored in this.
If I had Dreadbores, I would consider playing that deck.
You are playing 4-color control. We hope to see that tonight under the camera.
Undefeated.
We'll see who you play in round 2. We might You're playing Garrett's playing Bant Control. Did you win your first match?
Yes.
2-0 against the Rakdos aggro deck of Joseph Deal?
Yes, because that Tristani that I picked up for 10% off. Resolved game 2, turn 3.
Told you.
Yeah.
She's a house.
Was that the same Tristani I told you you desperately wanted to have in your sideboard?
Yes, yes.
Did you find it in your sideboard, or is it main now?
Well, it was in my sideboard, but afterwards, it was joined by a Centaur Healer, Thragtusk, and Restoration Eagle.
All of those seem good.
Life seems good against a burn deck.
I don't think we've seen any of them yet, but Jordan has a lot of cool altars in his deck that he's picked up from a website online. They're actually doing some charity auctions this weekend. We'll talk about those a little bit later. AlteredPrince.com. As Max showed us some of his cool altars in his deck, which are altered via black magic marker.
Look at all that. Look at all that. Look at all them grape shot foils.
want to know about
Nice. So there we go. That's the scoop. So it's the
concession stand.
It's the old 1-0 win from control. That of course is the end. That is the end of round 1. We will get some. Congratulations to Benjamin Gum. He moves to 1-0. Jonathan Wright earlier with his Junk Tokens decks moves to 1-0 as well, as we switch back to the studio cam while we await pairings for the next round. My name is Zachary Evans. This gentleman, Mr. Sex Appeal himself, Max Turner, and
has a Twitter.
Floating torso
Has a Twitter.
of Garrett. What is your Twitter?
At Maximus87.
Yes. You do spell your name with 2 X's.
I have a Twitter.
There you go. What's your Twitter, Garrett?
Zach Sells Magic.
All right.
You think I'm joking?
My extra X is for extreme.
All right. So, like I said, there are some good deals here. I don't know. Los Angeles doesn't currently have any online retail presence, but I imagine if you're looking for some specific standard or legacy staple, and you're looking to get 10% off of it, I imagine if you get in touch with me, I could probably try and work something out for you to try and pass on those savings to you. But anyway, if you are local here to the greater West Virginia area, it's definitely worth. I'll tell you what, the prices here are very reasonable compared to a lot of places.
Aren't $4.25.
Yeah, packs are MSRP, which you don't get at a lot of places. There's an interesting discussion on Reddit, on the Magic subreddit there, about were there any retail locations, big box stores that were doing Magic-related sales for Black Friday, and the consensus was that the only one that was Toys R Us, and they're doing a buy 2 get 1 free on packs, but they charge like $5 a pack. They charge, because they don't go through an actual distributor, they source their own product and make their own prices. Yep. So a pack of Magic cards at Toys R Us costs $5.
$4.99.
Does not cost $5 here at Lost Legion Games and Comics. I did want to mention when I was talking. Is there a comment in the chat?
There was props for Altered Prince.
Yeah, Altered Prince is the name of the website that last week, if you watched the coverage there, Jordan Pectyo was mentioning that they had some, that he had gotten some cards from there. I'm going to try and bring up, I have a promotional thing from them. They're doing some charity auctions this week. First of all, what they are is they take actual Magic cards and they overlay them with, they basically have a layer of ink that they print onto them.
I'll do that.
Yeah, Garrett does that in his own special way. His basement.
Apparently, booster packs are $7 in Australia.
Is that 7 Aussie?
That's because...
Well, the Aussie dollar might be very close to the US dollar at this point.
That's because they're packed backwards.
I'm trying to find the promotional thing I downloaded for... What?
This local game store had MPG packs for half off, but apparently they sold out in 10 minutes.
I would just buy them all, I think.
Yeah, I would walk in and be like, here's some
Yes! New pairings.
All right, we're good. We'll see what I'm playing.
All right, well, best of luck to you, Garrett. Best of luck to Max. There'll be more information about Altered Prince in the next round. We'll take a brief break while we go to find a future match for you. Stick around. Feel free to spread the word. Like our Reddit post. I'm going to post it in the chat. Anything else you can do to help spread the word would be greatly appreciated. We don't ask for financial compensation. We ask for
your viewership.
Word of mouth. Word of mouth is all we ask for. So thanks for watching. Stick around. We'll be back with round 2 shortly.
I'm playing the other gun.